Hello everyone, my name is Skits and welcome to 5th episode of New Vegas Mods Weekly. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching. Patrolling Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter is a famous line everybody who played Fallout knows. Now this wish of NCR soldiers comes true with Nuclear Winter by Professor Litzme 8. This mod is a complete winter conversion of Mojave. The mod author changed most of the things from landscape to trees and turned Mojave desert into snowland. As you can see, there are still some desert bits here and there, but like I said, most of the landscape is done. The texturing is not bad, even though there is still a lot to work on. Sometimes land just looks like a recolored desert, and there are also few realism flaws, because I highly doubt that cactus or some of the trees would survive the winter. Murator also retextured a lot of armors and weapons for his winter mod. As you can see, all of the retextures look good, textures have a nice winter feeling and fit into mod very well. Because this mod changes a lot of textures, it will certainly conflict with other popular retexture mods like NMC's texture pack and can create bugs or weird textures in your game, so it's best to install it on a clean game and decide if you want Nuclear Winter or any retexture pack you like. Other than that, Morator also added a few custom things like retextured protectrons or winter hoods and masks with different colors. Also, I will be using Nuclear Winter throughout the whole episode, so we don't have to worry about lack of footage. Overall, this mod has a lot of potential. Maybe if Morator made textures high resolution and fixed small bugs here and there, it could be a great conversion for people who like winter or something fresh into Mojave. If you want to try something like that out, this mod is for you. Next up we have Factions Reloaded Raiders by the Scout 201. If you remember Factions Reloaded Legion we reviewed last week, this mod does same thing but to raiders. Morator wanted to achieve the feeling of Fallout 3 Wasteland, where raiders were a serious threat and it was challenge fighting them. It expands fiends, jackals, scorpions and viper camps, manpower and overall strength, and also adds a whole new gang called jaguars. Now let's talk about each of feature. There are tons of new small groups of raiders, some new raider camps, new interior cells into boarded buildings that are occupied by raiders. You can also find them in servers now. It also adds new bosses for each faction, with every one of them having a small base and a backstory. New events include, for example, attack on intersection near Camp McCarran, Westside being attacked by larger groups of fiends. The Spring Mountain National Park has undergone a huge change with 2 new gangs, Hawks and Chinese soldiers fighting for it, and a lot more. Now let's talk about Jaguars. The gang consists of former mercs and trained raiders, who are stronger than jackals or vipers, but are also spread through Mojave a lot more. The gang has 7 new units, a lot of new camps and bases that are located mainly underground, and also a ton of new strong members that are challenging to beat. The Morator updates the mod frequently, so there is a chance there might be some quests or even more features. Overall, this mod is a great expansion to Raiders and you should definitely download it. Moving on, we have Joe poses by Jonas opines. This mod adds a lot of new poses into game. You can use them by opening console, typing in player.playidle when used on your character, or just play idle when used on any other NPC, and write the name of your selected pose. You can find the name of poses either in image section of the mod, or use picture tutorial in mods folder. As you can see, all of the poses look great, there are no problems with them except for the fact that your character can fall through the floor, and some sit poses look a little bit weird if they are not used in front of a table. But other than that, I have no problem with them. Morator stated that he made this mainly for storytelling, and I have to agree. If you want to make a comic or a story out of Fallout New Vegas, and you miss some important poses like one for running, walking, or just waving, you don't have to look anymore, because this mod has all of these. Another great thing is that when using chair or throne poses, they spawn with you, so now you don't have to move your characters in front of stools and tables and deal with some nasty clipping. Overall, this mod is a great expansion to poses mod, and if you want to try any of these in your game, you should go ahead and download it. Now let's take a look at Saxxon's quest collection by Saxxon 91. This mod has 21 new quests into the game. The main idea of this pack is to add new, small side quests that fit into Mojave lore and refresh the same boring selection of side quests in the base game. Other than that, it also adds 2 fully voiced companions, several new locations, over 700 lines of voice dialogue, which means most of the characters are voiced, but not all, and Morator is still looking for voice actors, so if you want to be part of this awesome collection, you should go ahead and contact him. Best way to enjoy the quest is to start a new game because some of them are really just for beginners, and if you're high level they may seem easy to you. Quests will also lead you to various vanilla locations that were not much used in base game, or expand some of them. The rewards also vary, from caps to bottles of whiskey and so on. Since I don't want to spoil them too much for you, I will just show you some of my favorite ones. First one is Final Resting Place Bar, where you can find some interesting characters, like this man who lost his brother to the NCR.
Soldier. I'm just here to collect his belongings and take them home. Why? It's not your fault. It's the Raiders and the NCR. Of course I do. They're the ones who shot him.
Or a former sheriff of Bonnie Springs.
Raiders happened. They came in the middle of the night, took us by surprise. Only a few of us made it out.
There is even a man who can teach you how to use a power armor. You can also take few interesting quests from Barkeeper. For example, you have to fight a man with just your fists, if you want to think he owns. Another place is Stanley Church, where you can get to meet Stanley, a former raider who became a priest. After completing his quest, he will stay as your companion.
That's what happened here. There's no other way to put it. The men that did this, they're sick. There's no redemption for them. I'm sorry, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. I'm Stanley, Father John Stanley. Welcome to what's left of my church.
Or there is even a mole rat ranch, where you can find a fanatic lover of mole rats who actually doesn't know how to take care of one. Overall, this mod is a great lore-friendly quest expansion for the game and recommended for everyone. Moving on to companion mods, first one I have for you is called Milton and Hans by BrotherShogo, author of Shogo Heavy Industries. This mod adds 2 red roaches that can be recruited as companions into the game. But these guys are no ordinary roaches, they're the business red roaches, the ones Ultra's Breach created and hates them so much and made them legendary in Fallout New Vegas modding community. You can find them near Good Springs, running their own insurance company. Like description says, they're just average roaches with simple problems and goals, looking to stake their own claim out on an open wasteland called life. Now that we know their backstory, let's take a look at them in game. As you can see, their body models are custom, they wear highly detailed suits with even their names on it, and each one of them has something special. Milton, for example, has this cup that says, "Shit happens, then we die." And Hans is always calling someone on the phone, except when being attacked, of course. Talking about combat, they were pretty effective for red roaches, but still less effective than most of human companions. They also have their own custom weapons. Milton has a shotgun and Hans has a flamethrower, and also a few lines of funny dialogue. Overall, these guys are great, very unique, and I'm definitely keeping them. Next up we have Hazel by Sleekblind. This mod adds a unique, fully functional companion into the game. You can hire her at Mojave Outpost Bar for 1000, or if you pass a speak check for 750 caps, with ability to renew her contact every Friday. Yes, I said hire, because Hazel is a mercenary for hire, and won't follow you just because you said so. As you can see, she also has a very unique look, since she uses Skin is 6 body replacer that makes her body really slim. Since there aren't many armors or clothes for this body type, her choice of clothing is very limited, but don't worry, moderator added few clothes himself, or you can download Skinny Wear Shop where you can find more clothes for her. Another great feature is the fact that after hiring Hazel, you can order her to do everything you want. Your choices are limited at the beginning, but as you spend more time with her, she will open more to you, and after 6 weeks, she will fully trust you. In combat, Hazel was very effective. She had no problem taking out the whole outpost by herself, and I think she is worth the money you give her. Another feature is Hazel's teleporter that will spawn her right next to you, so she'll never get lost. Right now, Morator is also working on voice acting and a chain of quests for her. Overall, Hazel is a very unique companion. I liked her and you should check her out as well. Now let's take a look at weapon mods, shall we? First one I have for you is called Nambu Type 14 by D3iMod4 and Undyne 777. This mod adds a custom Japanese World War II pistol into the game. You can buy it from vendors, take it from dead bodies or raiders, or you can find a free copy in Gene Skydiving. As you can see, it has custom mesh and textures that are high res with a lot of small details, like these Japanese symbols, and I really liked it. In combat, the weapon was very effective for a pistol, and had no problem with fiends from Factions Reloaded raiders. Unfortunately, you can't mod it, and there is also no custom sound effect for it, but other than that, it is a great weapon, one of the best on Nexus right now, and you should go ahead and try it out. Moving on, we have Civil War Gatling gun by SpamPTRS, the author of F and Fall, and a lot more great weapons. His newest mod adds a Civil War Gatling gun into the game. You can find it in Camp Forlorn Hope, propped against Cemetery Fence. As you can see, it looks great. The model is a mixture of Gatling gun and a few other weapons. The textures look amazing, and when you shoot it, the barrels on it actually spin and it looks really good. Only thing I didn't like was the magazine. It looked tiny and out of place compared to the rest of the weapon. In combat, it was effective but balanced, since you only have 20 rounds in a magazine and you have to reload it quite often. But overall, the gun is great, I love the spinning barrels, and SpamPTRS did again great job, and I'm looking forward to more from him. And the last mod we'll be taking a look at is called 38 Special Revolver by Zeus86. This mod adds a scratch-made revolver into the game. It was added to vendors, raiders, NPCs and loot lists, and you can also find a free copy in Good Springs gas station. As you can see, it looks amazing, it has custom texture and model. Model looks great, you can see that a lot of work went in it. The texturing is nice as well, and I especially like the handle. And the whole revolver reminds me of childhood when I used to play with revolvers like these. Not the real ones, of course. In combat, it was not bad, but not very accurate, and I'm not sure if I can't aim or there is a problem with the gun itself. But overall, I really enjoyed it. The model is superb and you should definitely download it. So yeah guys, I guess that's it for 5th episode of our Fall New Vegas Mods Weekly. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, tell me what you think about it in the comments, subscribe for more Fallout and Skyrim content, and I will see you next time.